Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live on Financial Fitness Friday. I'm here with my co-host Dave. Dave, what's going on, brother?
I'm great, man. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be better if everyone would stop fucking with our shit. All right.
Rightfully
So
so. Might have to fuck with theirs.
it's hard to do that when.
I know.
All
Where
right.
they
So,
live.
guys, what I want to do is I want to give you guys an update, kind of show you how to thrive in this environment. I think it's huge, and more importantly, give you guys stuff that the news is not reporting anywhere. Okay, and that is actually really vital to all of us. All right, and they're not covering this stuff because there are major things that are taking place that no one knows about. Okay, and they're intentionally keeping this and distracting us from what's going on. So we'll talk about them, talk about what you should do, and then we'll go into maybe a little bit of how to thrive with all this shit going on. Okay, so first off, for the first time in I think since any of us have been alive, okay, the our debt, our government debt was downgraded. So we used to have AAA status in the world, and now they knocked us down to AA or AA plus. And why does this matter? Well, it matters because the dollar is what fuels all trade right now, or the majority of trade in the world. Okay, it's the world reserve currency. And when you look at how much money we printed and the stability of the dollar, okay, and how it's going to be dropping, well, that all adds up to us getting downgraded, which is a big, big, big deal. And it's not being reported anywhere. That's number one. Number two, and the date is still in question, but I'm pretty sure they did it July 4th. Dave thinks they did it July 15th. Quick Google search will figure it out now, but the Fed Now services is now active. Why does that matter? Well, if it's active, they're starting central bank digital currencies, which is exactly what the Fed Now program is. This should be rejected at every turn, at every level, all the time. Because what this leads to is something similar to China's social credit system, right? And if you ever want to learn more, just look up what China's social credit system is. All right. They actually shame people and shun people in the public for people that have a low score. And the score actually is just how well you do what the government tells you. Are you being a good little slave or a bad boy? Okay. Are you an independent thinker or can you fall in line? And you guys might think some of this is tinfoil. It's not. You guys can all look this stuff up. This is factual things that are going on behind the scenes, and it's going to give them much more control over us. Like in China, they can make your money have an expiration date. Okay, they can tell you, hey, you can only buy these products with this. Okay, when you control food and you control money, you control the entire population. Okay, and obviously they're going to try to phase this in slowly, but this is something that has to be rejected. This is something if you watch my lives, I don't think I went through it on this, but when I met with Congresswoman Luna, okay, very, very good meeting. This is something you guys need to be writing about, okay? Write to your local congressman that you absolutely do not and you reject any type of central bank digital currencies. And you have to get everybody that you know to do that, okay? This is how they will wind up enslaving an entire population. Just facts. Okay. If they can control it, it's a central bank digital currency. No one voted for these people. Okay. No one elected who's going to be in charge of the Fed. All right. It's a problem. And it needs to be addressed before it becomes a massive issue. All right. So those are the two things. And then we've talked about BRICS in the past and how they are trying to destabilize and take over as the world reserve currency. And I actually think they have a decent shot. Okay. I think they have a decent shot because our money is just funny money. There's nothing behind it. There's nothing backing it. It's an IOU. Okay. It's fiat. And that's why this is so important to get ahead of. All right, guys, because they will be able to control everything and it will be detrimental to every single person. All right. It needs to be stopped. You guys need to call. You need to write about it. All right. Now, Dave, you want to add anything to what I just went through and what I covered?
Oh, tinfoil time. Here we go. Love it. It's actually not tinfoil, guys, because at least like within our network and like people we know and our inner circle, and plus the kind of the outer circle from the inner circle, it's a big deal. The facts are there. It's not bullshit. A lot of people, thankfully, are starting to see this. This isn't really released for a reason. And I think you have to go back a little bit to see where we were and where we are now. Well, what did it start with? Energy independence, right? Why did that get driven up on purpose? Well, inflation, right? Energy, our own kind of crisis now. It's killing the dollar. You're printing all this crazy ass money. And then I think something else to look at. Why are they really pushing the whole EV ordeal, right? Again, control. You driving down the street, click, pull you over, shut you down. If you don't think it can happen, it can. It's just, man, we could go crazy on this one, bro. We could get a little all over the place. But guys, and look at this country right now in Canada attacking the crypto market, right? They're doing what they can to shut that down, or attempting, because they can't control it, right? There's no regulations on it in this country. A couple cases, Coinbase just beat one. They're trying to work around to make crypto technically look like a security, but who has even the authority to really even do that? So it's almost like the Wild West right now, man. Like, people are just, the government's running rampant, dude, and it's fucking crazy. I mean, that's just a plain way to say it, dude. It's wild, And if you're not in tune to this yet, pay attention, man. It's a big deal, because it's not just about us. It's about what's underneath you, your kids, your grandkids. Think of that. We're basically the wall, man. Like, we got to block this shit, because if not, we failed everybody else.
Yeah, 100%. And guys, I can definitely go through and guys show you guys like an accurate timeline of everything. The problem is, when I'm on Financial Fitness Friday, Mindset Monday, or anything where I'm going across every platform, it'll get shut down real quick if I go into all of the details. 100%. But you guys have questions, reach out. Like, I don't mind talking about it. But those two things have to be fought tooth and nail, especially the FedNow system. You guys got to be writing about that. In terms of, hey, how do you thrive? Okay, there's a lot of different things that we can cover here. At the end of the day, if you are going to be investing in things, because I do think we're on the precipice of a depression here, and they might drag it out and print enough money to get through to elections, and they might not. Like, I just don't know. There's no way to tell, okay? Because you can only kick the can down the road for so long until it all collapses, right? So it's hard for me to say, hey, buy hard assets. Hard assets, yes, are going to remain valuable no matter what, but they're probably going to lose a little bit if we go into a depression or a recession. We're in a recession, but I do think it'll wind up being a depression. All right. So I would just say buy hard assets and work to out earn the falling dollar. Okay. Which is crazy. Like, if you go back to Germany and look in the Weimar Republic, they had thousands, like it was 1,000% inflation. Okay. Now, are we there yet? No. But can we get there? Sure, it's possible. All right. So what you have to do is just focus on out earning inflation, buying hard assets. All right. Worst case scenario, I'm completely wrong. Okay. Let's say I'm wrong. Well, guess what? You're just making more money and you have a bunch of hard assets. Okay. If I'm right, it'll give you a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more control. All right. And it's what I'm doing. It's literally what I'm doing. I'm giving you my playbook. I'm not telling you, like, do your own research, look into everything we discuss. At the end of it, you're going to find that this is really happening. It's really problematic, and it really needs to be addressed. That's it. Like there's no gray area in this. Okay, there's right and there's wrong. This is basically, if they keep going with the central bank digital currency, it will murder capitalism as we know it. All right.
I'm not at it anymore, man, because we'll probably end up in cyber jail for that one. So,
Oh yeah, but fuck it.
I don't. At this point, bro, I could give two shits. Although I gotta watch. I'm doing some ad spend today, so I gotta be a good boy.
I need to, because 99% of my business comes from this.
Yep.
So I'm taking a pretty big leap of faith here.
Yeah.
All right, so do us a favor, guys. Share this, comment on it. Make sure people hear this. Okay. It's true. Look up the stuff. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Right. If you guys take action, enough people write, hopefully we can get some of this stuff reversed, because that's really what this is about. Okay. It's all about control. And there are ways to thrive in every single environment. And I'm going to tell you guys, as bleak as it seems, as daunting as this seems, okay, 90% of people are going to shut down, bury their fucking heads in the sand like ostriches, okay, and pretend like none of this is going on around them. All right. If you are smart, if you're proactive, if you do the work, you can definitely leapfrog all of your competition, because they're not going to know these things, or they're not going to be aware. Or if they are aware, they're probably just putting their head down in the sand and waiting to see how it all shakes out. And that is the worst thing you can do in these environments. Okay. You have to attack, you have to be aggressive, and you have to be proactive. All right. I hope this helped you guys. Again, get this word out there. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on Mindset Monday. Dave,
great, y'all. Anytime, brother. You got it. Be great, y'all.